Welcome back to Ghost Pirate Entertainment. I'm your host, Kanan Becker, and today we talk about the Super Deep. And real quick before we get to this review, if you could do me a favor and hit that like button, because that really helps this channel out so much. And with that, let's get to it. So today we're talking about the Russian horror film from 2020 called The Super Deep. And the first thing I gotta say is, seriously, this sucks, man.
Not great, Bob.
I do not want to say this. I was so looking forward to this movie. I've been wanting to watch it for months and months now because I've heard good things about it from people I know in the UK that got it on their Netflix. But we didn't get it until just this past week, and we got it on Shudder. The reason I am frustrated is because this movie has so much potential. There's so many things that are just awesome and kick-ass about this movie, but all in all, it is just an utter failure. And the main reason is because it has huge, boring sections. It has lots of dialogue and pacing problems where it just feels slow at times where you don't want it to be. And this isn't a think piece. This isn't a slow burn. This is a movie that is meant to be like an Aliens or The Thing. The basic concept of this movie is this research scientist goes to this giant hole in Russia. They dug this super deep hole. It's called the Super Deep. And kind of open up hell sort of thing. They don't know what's going on down at the bottom. They just know a bunch of people are dying. So they want her to go down there because they believe there's a virus outbreak and that's what's killing these people. But they don't really know. They just know something's going on deep down in this trench or giant hole thing that they dug. So they send her down there and all hell breaks loose. It's not just a regular virus. It's kind of like a monster virus, kind of along the lines of The Thing. It is a lot of similarities to The Thing. But what is so frustrating about this movie is there is some really, really awesome practical effects in this, makeup work, stuff that's just so awesome, and you just never see this cool of makeup and special effects anymore. And it just looks fantastic, and I loved that about this. There were so many just things like just done so well with these practical effects. So like I said, there's a lot of problems with the pacing, and it's not really the story itself, but it's just the way it's delivered. The setup for a while feels really cool because there's all this tech and they're going deep down in this crazy elevator into the bottom of this giant hole and talking about that they opened up hell. There's stuff like that that's really cool, but you just keep waiting and waiting for something to happen, for some demon or for some virus or for something, and it's like it just keeps going and going, and you're waiting, and you finally do get to see some stuff, and when you do, it is some really gruesome, very cool stuff, but it's just kind of a little too late. It's mostly the way the dialogue is delivered. It's like there's these long stretches and pauses and things that just kind of take you out of the tension of the moment, and you're just like, you start to get into it because you see some cool stuff. And then there's just another really long kind of pause and dialogue and whatever that just the way it's done just pulls you back out and you're just bored again. The other thing that's kind of weird at this movie is I would have rather it have subtitles because the dubbing was done well, but it just, I don't know, the way it's delivered, it just takes you out of the movie. It just did not feel natural, even though the lips did match up for the most part with the language. But it's still, I don't know, just the way it was delivered, it really took me out of it. The ending is pretty cool, and there's some really awesome special effects and practical stuff done at the end that I absolutely loved. So if you're in the mood for some body horror, monster meets creature feature, and you're willing to be patient and wait through long, kind of boring stretches of dialogue, I'm so bored, then I think it's worth a watch. Because like I said, the effects that are done are just that cool and stuff you just don't see hardly at all anymore. Stuff that really reminded me a lot of 80s horror and stuff like I said, The Thing and The Fly and stuff like that. It had a very David Cronenberg type of body horror stuff going on, and it's just awesome. Like I said, I loved seeing that, but it was just so hard to make it through all that. And I'd love it if I'm wrong and you guys see something I didn't, and for whatever reason I was just not getting this movie. that's fine. So I'm not telling you not to check it out. Like, if anything, it's on Shudder, and I actually would recommend checking it out because, like I said, the effects are just that cool. But don't go into it expecting to be just blown away with this amazing story. And for me personally, I was extremely disappointed because it's just my favorite type of movie. You guys know how much I love movies like Sphere and Event Horizon and Aliens and just these movies like Underwater, just that kind of movie, and this felt like it was gonna be all that. And it had all those ingredients, but just in general, it just didn't get it for me. It had a lot of cool stuff and stuff that I love, but it just didn't quite get it. But that's gonna do it for me today. Please leave your comments down below. Let me know if you check this out. If there's other movies you guys think I would like, I always love hearing recommendations. And also, if you could do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and ding that little bell, because that is the best way to keep track of this channel. And when I post videos like this, and I post videos like this at least 2 times every week. And I also want to give a big, huge, massive thank you to my patrons, because your support, yeah, you guys, means so much to me. And if you would like to find out more about becoming a patron, the link is down in the description. And like always, thank you so much for watching. Please crush that like button. And remember, guys, horror can be fun. I will see you guys next time.